Welcome back everyone. So in today's video I'm going to show you how you can build your first sketch plugin. So before we get started, this is not at all a complete master course or ultimate guide to build a sketch plugin, but this is definitely going to help you get started in creating your sketch plugin. So basically I'm a UX designer and I'm not an expert in coding or development, so bear with me on that. And so the thing is, like, I came across a particular issue on delivering assets to my developers, and I ended up solving it by making a small plugin that made the task very easy. So without any further ado, let's get started. So here we are on our screen, and before we get started, I'll just give you a quick intro about what sketch plugins are, just a basic one. So plugins are nothing but it adds an extra functionality or features to the out-of-the-box software. So here it's Sketch, and we have different plugins. If you go to the Sketch website, you find lots of plugins that help you basically get your extra work done quickly. So for building this, you need to know basics of these languages, or I would say, so basically JavaScript is the main thing that you could use for building this. You could actually also use the native Apple's languages like Swift and Objective-C, but even in that case you need to know a bit of JavaScript, and you also need to know HTML and CSS basics if you want to kind of build a layout for your plugin. So that's a quick intro about the Sketch plugins. So let's quickly get started and build our first Sketch plugin. So you know this where we used to build a Hello World program as the first kind of a program in all our programming languages. So even in this video we'll be doing that, and check out how to do it. And also a quick thing, there is construction going on my neighborhood, so there would be a lot of noise if I'm not wrong, so I apologize for that. And so I quickly open up Sketch here and I open a new document. So here we are on a new document. You need to go to Plugins menu and click on Run Script. So the very first time you open it, you get some default code in it. Just go ahead and delete it. And here we'll enter in a Hello World program, and I'll explain you what I've done. So I'm done writing the code here. So in the very first line, I'm basically trying to import a Sketch JavaScript library into a particular variable here. So Sketch by default has some inbuilt JavaScript libraries which you can utilize to create your plugins, that you can find it in the developer community. And in the second line, I'm using that particular variable and invoking a method that is message. So what message does is it tries to show a toast message kind of a thing. So if I go ahead and run this, you can see that it shows the Hello World toast message in the bottom. You have basically completed your first program for your Sketch plugin, but we are not yet done creating the plugin. So for that you need to go to Save Script as Plugin. But before that, let me also show you how to check the logs and all stuff. So this is this here shows you some logs. So if I go ahead and say log and say hello, and I run it, you can see the log is being shown here, but this window won't be available to you always when you create the plugin. So you also have a different location where you can see your different logs. For that you need to go to this particular location. Let me just show you. I've already opened up. So I'll give you this location in the description below. So if you basically go to library, then go to logs and select the Sketch, you'll be able to see this plugin log.log. So if I open it here, you have the logs here, and I'll also open the Sketch file here. Let me just clear this up. Let's try something different. Let's take a file path. I think that should give us the path of the particular file that we have created. So I say run, but there's some error. Okay, the spelling of file is wrong, so I just correct that and I say run, and you can see that we have the particular location of this particular file. So this you can also see it in the log file if you open here, and here we have the file path, and that is how you check the logs of your plugin. So those are some of the basics. So let's go ahead and create this plugin. So I need to click on Save Script as Plugin, and you get an option to give a name for it. So I say toast message and I say Save Script as Plugin. So that's it. You have created your first plugin on Sketch. So congrats. Okay, So I go to plugins menu, and here you have the plugin that you just created, that is Toast Message. I click on it and there's your plugin running. So now let's go ahead and see the different components and all what you need to create or further extend the functionality of your plugin. So you got to go to Sketch, Preferences, and in the plugin tab you have all the plugins that's installed on your Sketch app, and you also find the one that you just created, that is Toast Message. Just right click on it and say Reveal Plugins folder, and these are all the plugins. The one you just created is Toast Message, so I right click on it and say Show Package Contents, and that opens up a folder structure for you where you have two folders. The resources folder is where you place all your assets, that let's say you want some images or some sound for your plugin, all that goes here. And then you have the sketch folder where you have the code or the JavaScript that basically is the functionality of your plugin. So let me just open both these files into the code editor. So I'll be using Sublime Text here. You can use any code editor of your choice. So script.js is where your code, the main functionality of the JavaScript exists. So this is nothing but the code that we just wrote previously. And onRun is the by default function that generates, every time you open the plugin, this is the function that gets called. And if you go to manifest.json, you have different properties of your plugin, which includes the author's name, the name of the plugin, and you also have the identifier. And handlers are nothing but the first function that gets called when you click on a plugin. So as I've showed you before, it's onRun, and that is why that gets called. And you also try to mention which location it is in, that is script.js. And those are some different properties. You also have version, description, author's email, and you have a lot more of properties that you can include. So as I mentioned in the starting of the video, I'll show you the plugin that I've created, and I'll show you a few more extra properties in that. So let's just close this and I'll show you the plugin that I've created. But before that, let me just explain you what was the problem I faced and why I ended up creating this. So let me just take some shapes here, and let's call these as some sample assets. So I'll just rename this as 1, 2, 3. This is just a small example, but I was facing this issue in a large scale where I was dealing with a huge file, and every time the developer comes to me, I had to create an asset for which I had to go through this process where I select the asset, I say exportable, and I set the preset as iOS. So I needed to give it for iOS and Android every time they came to me. So I need to create a folder, let's say asset, and again create a folder for iOS, then say export, and then click on Android preset and again do the same process. I had to again say Android and save it there. So this was a whole big process for me when I had to do it a multiple number of times. So that was becoming a headache for me. So what I ended up doing was I created a plugin. But before that, I came across a plugin which is called as Slicer. So in this, you could go to export as a folder, and you could actually do the same thing. But I need to check in all these options here and then say export. So even that was becoming a big headache for me. So I wanted something simpler, but a big shout out to this particular developer who made Slicer, because I have copied a lot of code from his plugin of exporting and slicing and all that stuff. So I'll mention the plugin of this particular developer in the description below. So thanks to him, that made my plugin much easier to create. So now let's see the plugin that I've created, what it does. So I just need to select the assets and then go to the particular plugin, which is iOS Android Asset Exporter. And I need to set the location for the first time. So let me just call this first. And so that's it. The asset is exported into that particular folder, which is, so as you can see, it already created the folders for me and you have the assets in it. And the best part is, let's say I have multiple assets in different pages. So let's say I had different pages, and every time I just need to just select the assets, and the shortcut I've assigned it is Option Command A. I click on it, I just say okay, I select the asset, press the shortcut, okay, And if you can see here, all the assets are going into the respective folders, and I just need to compress this file and give it to the developer, which made my task a lot easier. So let's see what is behind this plugin. So I need to go to Sketch Preferences, go to the plugin which is iOS Android Asset Exporter, and you can see this is an icon, but the ones that we created won't have an icon. This is the default icon. So this one I have assigned to it. So I right click on it and say Reveal in Finder, and again say right click, Show Package Contents, and if I open up this, in the resources you can see the icon, that is this one. And if I go to Sketch, these are the files. So let me just open up in Sublime Editor. So this is the whole code that is powering the plugin, and this is the manifest file. So let me just explain this to you. So as you can see, the author is there, and you can set an icon, and then you have the commands. This is the handler, which is the very first function that will be called when you click on the plugin. So if I go to the script.js, you can see here that is begin export, and that is what is mentioned here. And this is the shortcut, which is Command Alt A. You can assign any shortcut that you want. And this is the title of the plugin. And the menu is root, and is root true is basically this is the only action that is available. So the one that we created, if you can see, it has a main and it has a child action, but this one is a very quick thing, so I just didn't want any actions or childs for it. So that is why I made the is root true and gave the item directly inside it. And then you can have some description, versioning, and all that stuff. So moving on to the script.js. So a lot of this code, as I mentioned below, I've taken it from that particular developer of exporting and slicing and all stuff, and I've added my functionality to make it quicker. Basically I wanted to save the location, so every time I press this shortcut I didn't have to select the location where it has to fall. So that was getting saved in the preferences of the particular plugin. And this is the function that was being called, and once it is a success, you get this show message which shows you that hooray, your assets are being exported successfully. So that's it in this video, guys. If you want this particular plugin, let me know. I will export this to GitHub and give you the link for it. Also, do let me know in the comments below that if you want to know more about these, I'll surely go ahead and research and come up with more subsequent tutorials for these. Well, that's it for this particular video. Stay tuned for more such videos.
And as always, if you like the video, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to click the bell icon. Thanks for watching.